trying not to get emotional because like it was such a journey. Probably that's when I could tell a difference, and I was like, I think this is working. I just can't believe like I was right. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a video that I honestly can't believe I am filming. So I am going to be telling you guys how I cleared my acne naturally. So I'm going to go through like a brief recap of kind of my acne journey, what happened, how it started, that kind of thing, and the different things that I tried that didn't work, and then what actually ended up working. So I am really excited to share this video with you. Again, it's something that I wasn't sure if I'd ever get to film and if I'd ever get to this point where I could actually share stuff and say that it worked, because if you've ever struggled with acne, you would know kind of the emotional and mental toll it takes on you, and you just hope that one day like you just want to have clear skin. So I definitely understand that and understand like the emotion behind it. So I'm excited to share with you what worked, and hopefully maybe it helps someone out there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of start with kind of the background of my acne journey. I started having acne for the first time in November of 2019. And I actually remember it very well because that is when Ryan and I got engaged. And I remember kind of having some acne develop around that time, around our engagement. And I remember kind of like heading into like the Christmas season, I had acne, and I had never really had acne before, honestly. I had a little bit in high school, but it was never like full breakouts. It was never like my whole cheek and forehead and like my whole face. So having acne kind of start popping up on my cheeks, some on my forehead, just like a little bit everywhere, was something that I was not used to. But I remember specifically thinking that it was like just stress or like stress acne because I had just gotten engaged. We were gonna plan a wedding. I was graduating from college and I was gonna be starting a new job, and I was trying to finish out college with finals, and there was just a lot going on around that like November, December, January season of life. So that was late 2019, November, December 2019, and then like January 2020 when I first started noticing it. So fast forward to, I don't know, maybe like April, May of 2020, I was getting ready for like our wedding. We got married August 1st, 2020. So I was really trying to figure out like, how can I clear my acne? Our wedding's coming up, that kind of thing. So I remember watching videos on YouTube just like this one, because there was part of me that just felt like this was not going to be cleared through a dermatologist or by antibiotics or like heavy acne medicines and medications, and I just didn't want to go that route. Like I wanted to try it first to see if I could clear my acne through like diet change or something else first. So I started watching videos just like this one that was like how I cleared my skin and blah, blah, blah. And I remember watching them, and so many of them said it was like, oh, I went dairy-free, I went dairy-free, gluten-free, you know, I cut out sugar for a month. And then a lot of them did celery juicing, and they were like, my skin's perfectly clear, it's so great. And so I was like, that's gotta be it. Like, okay, I'll do it. So I remember I bought a juicer. I started doing celery juicing. I tried cutting out the sugar when I was celery juicing. I don't think I like committed fully to like dairy-free, gluten-free, because I've done that in the past, like years ago in college. And I never remembered it making a difference on my skin, but I also didn't have acne at the time. So the biggest thing was the juicing that I tried. And celery juicing did help my skin if I stayed on top of it, like if I actually did it. But if I ever stopped, and eventually I did, you know, it just comes right back. So that was kind of like spring of 2020. And then summer 2020, in July, I got on birth control because Ryan and I were getting married in August. So I got on birth control, and I was kind of hoping that it would clear my acne enough for the wedding. Like I was like hoping that that would help, because like celery juicing and the other things that I had tried did not help. So I remember that the birth control did clear up my skin like just enough for the wedding in August, but then pretty shortly after the wedding, it came right back. Like birth control didn't like maintain it or like clear my skin completely. And my acne actually got the worst after our wedding. So like September, October, November. So from like August of 2020 to like June of this year, like June 2021, it was bad. I'll share some pictures here. I guess I'll go ahead and like insert some other pictures, but it was really rough and it is very disheartening, and I don't want to get emotional because it was a very difficult time. And on top of that, if you've watched any of my other videos, I was trying to go dairy-free, gluten-free, egg-free, sugar-free. Like I was doing everything I knew to do at the time just to try stuff. But I remember just wanting to not get on any heavy medication. I didn't want to try Accutane. I didn't want to try any of that stuff. I just felt like it wasn't gonna work. I don't know why. I just had that gut feeling that it wasn't gonna work. And then also, like, just to give you a reference of like how badly it hits your self-esteem and your mood and your mental state, I had a few people who were close to me see me without makeup when my skin was at its worst. And 2 different times, on 2 different occasions, 2 different people, they saw me without makeup on and they literally did this. They were like, Bethany, have you seen a dermatologist? Like, that is exactly what happened, exactly what 2 different people did on different occasions. And that hurts, you know, because it's like you try to think like, you know, maybe it's just me kind of obsessing about my skin and I'm the one who's staring at it all the time. And you think like no one else is looking at me as much as like I'm kind of looking at it and like obsessing over it. And then that happens where like other people are like, Bethany, oh my gosh, like your skin, you know, like that's exactly what happened. That's like exactly what they said, kind of the same mannerisms of like, Bethany, like they were shocked because it's true that I'd never really had acne and all of a sudden I just had full-blown acne. So that's kind of the state that my skin was in. So I started seeing a naturopath in February of 2021. It was kind of the tail end of February, so pretty much March of 2021. And that is kind of where my healing journey starts, with seeing a naturopath. So I went to Longevity Health Center in Roswell, Georgia, and I saw one of the naturopaths there. And I did a lot of different tests at their facility. And just in general, I mean, a naturopath is normally someone who takes more of a holistic approach to health. So like vitamins, supplements, diet, that type of thing. So they are already in the mindset that I was already in of like, I want to try and heal naturally. I don't want to mask a symptom. I want to find out what's causing it and then heal the cause, you know, find the root cause of what's happening to you and then heal that, not just like mask the symptom and put a cream on it and try to like temporarily fixes it. Like I wanted to know what was happening. And at the same time, earlier this year, I really started struggling with like food sensitivities. I've never had like a dairy sensitivity or like gluten or like, I've never really had food allergies, I guess. And I started reacting to a bunch of stuff and I was confused as to like what that was. And so I kind of broke down and was like, I need to see somebody, because like trying to like piece together my own plan like was not working. So I started seeing a naturopath in March of 2021 of this year, and we ran 3 different tests. And one of the biggest findings from my test was that I had a lot of heavy metals in my system. So I had all these heavy metals in my system that were almost like built up. And then one of the other tests found that my kidneys were not really functioning. They weren't really detoxing the way they're supposed to. And then another test kind of saw that I had a lot of like lymphatic blockage almost like up here. And so like my lymphatic system wasn't really like draining properly. My kidneys weren't detoxing properly. And then I had a bunch of heavy metals just like sitting in my system pretty much, and they weren't getting detoxed. So in my very first appointment, that was the biggest thing that my naturopath pointed out, was like, you've got a bunch of heavy metals and your body's not detoxing. And she was like, a lot of times with toxins, they've got to come out somehow. Like your body needs them to get out. They're not good for you. You know, your body's trying to get rid of them. And so if it can't detox naturally, it's gonna come out through your pores. So that was one of the first things that she said, was like, these toxins are probably trying to come out through your pores. It could be the heavy metals, and your body's trying so hard to get rid of them, but your kidneys aren't doing it, your lymphatic system isn't draining. And where she was finding all the blockages were right up here in my lymphatic system, close to my face. The closest exit that those toxins had was my face. So we found a lot of other things, you know, food sensitivities. Another big side of this was I had leaky gut. So my gut was really struggling, which can cause the food sensitivities and, you know, more reactions. Like, you can have acne from food sensitivities, but she was pretty dead set on thinking that it was those heavy metals trying to detox through my skin that was causing all that acne. So I left the office. I left with kind of a routine of like all these different supplements and like this big regime of like gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, sugar-free, nut-free. And then I was, you know, I needed to get off coffee, any type of caffeine. My adrenal glands were very stressed. So I had like adrenal stress. I had leaky gut. I had the heavy metals like raging in my system. I was really deficient in a lot of vitamins. So that one doctor's appointment showed me a lot. So I left, I had all these supplements, I had all these things, and one of them was a heavy metal detox supplement. But the thing with that was that my body was struggling on so many other levels that I had to wait a while before my body could even handle a heavy metal detox. So I had to get my kidneys functioning first, because if I were to try and detox the heavy metals, but my kidneys, which are supposed to detox heavy metals, if the kidneys aren't working, then those heavy metals still don't have like a great outlet. If your kidneys aren't moving, then where are those heavy metals going to go if you try to detox them without your detox pathways working? So I didn't actually start taking my heavy metal detox supplement until about the end of May. So I kind of started my supplements first thing of March, and then I couldn't get to actually take my heavy metal supplements until about the end of May, because we had to work on my gut, we had to work on getting my kidneys moving, like my lymphatic system working, before we could touch the heavy metals kind of. So once I started taking the heavy metal detox supplement that she gave me, and I'm gonna show you exactly what supplements I took too. I remember I started out with 1 capsule a day for about a week, and you're supposed to work up to 6 capsules a day. So I started out with 1 capsule a day for about a week, and then I started taking 2 capsules a day for a week, and then 3 capsules a day, and I kind of built up like that. I had just kind of finished up taking 2 capsules a day, so I was on like about 2 weeks of taking this heavy metal detox supplement. And I remember kind of being like, is my skin getting better? Like, is it getting clear? But I didn't want to like jinx it or like get my hopes up either. So I kept taking it. I eventually worked up to like the 6 capsules a day by July. Like sometime in July, I was at the 6 capsules a day. And so I stayed on that like all through August of this year. And I feel like August of 2021 was the first time that I was like, I think my skin is actually like getting pretty dang clear. But again, it's like, it was like too good to be true, you know? Like it was just like, is this working? Like, did this work? Was that the problem? And it's kind of, it's like you don't even want to believe it, because like the journey to get there is already so hard and emotional. It's like you don't want to get your hopes up. So I stayed with it. I kept taking it, and I was also still taking gut supplements, a good multivitamin, some like immune support supplements as well. I wasn't just taking the heavy metal supplement, but that one, like once I got on that one, that's when I could tell a difference. And I was like, I think this is working, which is just like so crazy. So flash forward to November 2021, and my skin is the best it has ever looked in a long time. So I definitely do have like scarring. I do have acne scars. I do have some discoloration from like the couple years of having it, because it's been about 2 years. It started November 2019 and now it's November 2021. So it's been a few years journey trying to figure this out. So obviously I do have some redness and some scarring, and you know, I would love to maybe like try and heal that eventually. So that's kind of the story. That's kind of where I'm at now. So I wanted to just also say that like throughout this whole thing, I didn't, like I said, I didn't do any like crazy skin serums. I didn't do facials. I didn't do anything with my actual skin because again, it's like, it was so irritated already that it's like, I didn't want to try to like touch it a lot. I tried not to wear makeup a lot. So I didn't do like anything crazy. It's not like I have some like magical face wash for you or like a magical cream or anything. So I just used like the basics, a face wash, moisturizer, and like left it be. So I'm going to show you the supplements that I took and my holy grail supplement that actually like helped clear my acne. So the first two are the ones that just kind of helped with my gut and my kidneys because those were really crucial to like my overall health. So the SBI Protect Powder by Orthomolecular Products is the company, and I've got a few other things from them as well. But this is for your gut. So this is a powder and I use this every single day. I normally put it in protein shakes or smoothies or something like that. So 70 to 80% of your immune system lives in your gut. So if you have a poor gut and an unhealthy gut, it affects everything, absolutely everything. So that was huge for me to really heal my gut. And yes, I did have to do a very intense diet. I was gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, had no coffee, I was egg-free. And I did make a video explaining like my food rotations that I did because my whole diet change was a big thing, but I'm trying just to focus on the acne and stuff. So healing your gut is very important. And then this, the kidney, it's called Kidney Korrect. And this is from Designs for Health. And so this was what I took for my kidneys to kind of just give them what they need to like function properly. And then here it is, the Metal X Synergy. So this is from the same brand as my kidney supplement. So this is Designs for Health brand. So Metal X Synergy is what this is. This is what healed my acne. Detoxing was so crucial to my overall health, from my gut health to all my skin health to drainage. Getting rid of toxins is huge. So like I said, I worked up from 1 a day to 6 a day. And then I think I took 6 a day for 4 months, 3 months. Yeah, I think I took 6 a day of these for about 4 months consistently. I was definitely taking a lot, but it worked. So I will not argue with taking supplements if it works. I remember that just being like such a huge thing. I remember like crying on the phone and like talking to my mom sometimes being like, I'll do anything if it works. And I feel like if you're watching this video, it's probably because you either have struggled with acne or you're struggling with it now, or maybe you've got a friend or a child or someone else who's struggling with it. And you know that feeling of like, you would do anything to feel better. Like you would pay any price if it works. Like that's all you want, is you just want something to work so desperately. I mean, I was 100% in that boat, and I'm really thankful that I'm here today making this video, because that's all I ever wanted, like, was just to be able to say that like this worked. I was hoping that one day I would get here, being able to share what helped in case anyone else is going through that same journey. So one thing I do want to say is I've definitely become a big advocate now for like your internal health, and your physical health is so crucial to everything. I will probably take supplements forever. You know, I will probably now eat as clean and as organic as I can forever, because it made such a huge difference in my health. Something too is that like the heavy metals that were being found in my system specifically, all of the individual names were popping up, and my naturopath looked all of them up, and a lot of them were in pesticides, fungicides, herbicides, like those kinds of things that get sprayed on our fruits and vegetables. So like eating organic was pretty crucial for me specifically, because those were my specific issues. And something that like I've also really thought about is the importance of like a customized diet, a customized supplement plan, and a nutrition plan. Because like I mentioned earlier, I was trying to piece together my own plan before I actually saw someone, and it made the world of difference, you know, to actually get tests done and for them to check all of your stuff and be like, yep, like these specific things are happening to you. It's your kidneys, it's your lymphatic system, it's these toxins, it's your gut. Like those were the big things for me. And it being like, let's tackle every single one of them and like, we're gonna get you better. And again, I think having a custom plan was like crucial for me because the way they tested it, they tested me for like all my vitamin levels and deficiencies. I was really deficient in a lot of things. I know that I talked to y'all about birth control, and birth control can actually deplete a lot of vitamins. And when I got tested and they checked all of my vitamins and minerals and stuff in my system, I was actually really depleted in like all of the vitamins that birth control is known to deplete. So like that was one of the cool things about going to a naturopath was they're obviously kind of like in line with what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to heal it naturally. I had this gut feeling that I could. And I don't even know how to explain it, but they can basically test what supplements are actually gonna like mesh well with your body, like what your body is actually gonna respond well to. I got all those tests done, so all of a sudden it had all of my like issues like in the system, so it could pair what supplements were actually gonna work best for me. And I remember like a good example of that was I wanted to get on a good multivitamin because I was depleted in a lot of things. And so she brought in a couple different supplements. So there was one multivitamin that was like whole foods based, so it had a lot of fruits in it. And I have had some sensitivities and reactions to fruits in the past, and I told her that like sometimes it just does not sit well with like my throat and my asthma and stuff. And so she brought one that was whole foods that did have a lot of like fruit in it, and then she brought one that didn't have like fruits or anything in it. And so when she tested the two, the one with whole foods tested like super bad for me, and then the supplement that didn't have any like fruits in it was like spot on. It was like a perfect match or something. So like my next appointment, those vitamins worked so well for me, and I wasn't depleted in anything anymore. Like that multivitamin was like a perfect match for me. And like I didn't even know that technology existed. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. And people are out here doing like custom hair care and like shampoo formulas and like all this customized stuff. And it's like, why aren't we doing that more with like customized health plans? Like why aren't we doing that like with everything, like with our health? So I definitely I've loved my experience with like really getting on track with a customized plan and supplements and stuff. So I highly recommend that if that is something that you feel could help you. And this is not a quick fix either. This takes a lot of time and dedication and patience, because I mean, from the time that I saw them, from the time that my acne actually started getting better, it was about 6 months. From like March to August was 6 months. So it's not going to be a quick fix, and it was really hard at times. It was hard to sit there and feel like it was going so slow and feel like nothing was changing and nothing was getting better. But if you stick with it, it will. So I would definitely encourage you guys to just like take action, take your health into your own hands, ask a lot of questions, go see people. If you like have a feeling that you really need to go see someone, like go see someone. So that is my health journey. I can't believe that my skin is as clear as it is, and that the heavy metal detoxing worked, and it really affected everything. Taking good high quality supplements changed everything for me. Things still aren't perfect. I'm still working on it. I still take these supplements, but I'm getting closer to kind of being at like that maintenance dose and like maintenance vitamins and supplements, and not having to be like as hardcore with like how many I take in a day and stuff. My next journey honestly is probably going to be kind of trying to heal the discoloration, you know, heal like the acne scarring, and like looking into that a little bit more. And that's the kind of stuff that like, yes, I'd be happy to go to a dermatologist and like go someone who can like kind of do the actual skin stuff. But like the actual acne, I just felt so strongly that like this, I just don't think this could be healed by a facial. I don't think this is going to be healed by a medicine, an antibiotic, an antibacterial thing. Like I just had this gut feeling that like, that's not going to do it. Like there's got to be something more going on, because I had never dealt with acne before. I just felt like it was out of the blue. Something's got to be happening. Something's wrong. And I just can't believe like I was right. And it worked, you know, going somewhere and healing it naturally worked. And like trying not to get emotional, because like it was such a journey. Probably like the loneliest I've ever felt the hardest thing I've gone through so far. And I'd love to make another video. I plan on making another video of like all the other stuff I've touched on, like the gut stuff, and like there's a lot of other stuff to that, the food sensitivities, there was a lot going on. But the acne is like, everyone can see that. People can't see if you have a gut problem, you know, people can't see that. I never thought that acne would take such a toll on you, like emotionally and mentally, as it did. And so I'm so thankful, and I feel so blessed that like I've gotten so much better. So yeah, I'm excited for my next little chapter of like maybe just trying to kind of heal the acne scarring and now kind of focus on that skincare part of it now that I've got like my actual health under control, or like better controlled, I guess. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that this helped someone. I hope that this encouraged someone at least to maybe really look into it, maybe look into your health, you know, kind of self-reflect and see if maybe there's things you could try to heal it naturally. See what that root cause is, you know, try to find what's actually going on, not just try and like heal the symptom. Like you want to try and heal the root cause of something. So I hope that this helped. I wish you all the best and all of the luck in your acne journey if you are going through it. Please feel free to like comment any questions you have down below. I would love to help anyone that I can. I'll try and answer anything that I can. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.